What is up, guys? 10VidMan here, bringing you another exciting Black and White 2 Wi-Fi battle. Here's a UU match that I had of a good friend of mine, and just from the teams, I've got a kind of standardish team, and he's got a kind of standardish team. I just brought random stuff. He just brought random stuff. So, potential leads. I really didn't see anything of Stealth Rock, so I really didn't know what he could lead with. He could have led off with Needle King, I guess, or something. I didn't really know what his best lead was, but I decided Yanmega would probably be my best lead just because it's not your standard Yanmega. It's actually a Specs Yanmega. So, yeah, you'll see how that does. But anyway, like I said, I'm going to lead off with my Yanmega, and he actually decides to lead off of the Chandelure. And I'm like, well, shoot, this is a terrible matchup for me because I'm a Choice Specs Yanmega, and I can't really do anything to him other than an Air Slash, which isn't going to kill. I don't want to sec my Yanmega, so screw it. I have a perfect check to this thing, which is my Snorlax, and this is a 4 attacks plus leftover set. Now, I wish I had return on this thing, but I don't have any way of bumping my Pokemon's happiness since I use the PokeGTS to gen my stuff. So that kind of stinks. So I don't have return. I just have Body Slam, which is fine. But I predicted him to switch out because he really can't do much to me. Unfortunately, he misses the first Fire Blast, but hey, whatever. I'm going to go for the Pursuit. It does nothing. Now, what I should have done here, I should have double Pursued it. I don't know why I didn't, but he's going to get away for free on this turn, as I just decided to go for the Earthquake, which was kind of a dumb play. Again, I just should have double Pursued it. Sheesh. Anyway, Slowbro comes in. It's going to do Squat Diddly to the Slowbro, which stinks. But you know what? Whatever. I still have a plan, so that's all good. I mean, Slowbro's a big threat, but hey, whatever. Such a defensive monster, and at 95, 110 defenses. Jeez. Anyway, going to switch out. Going to go back into my Specs Yanmega. I really don't care what he does, other than maybe a Scald. I mean, Yanmega has terrible special bulk, but I figure why not? I can take at least one hit. So he's going to call mine, which kind of stinks, but I figure a Specs Bug Buzz can take it out next turn. Just because, Slowbro doesn't have the best special defense, and Yanmega's got a killer special attack. But I'm going to go for the Bug Buzz, and unfortunately for me, it's going to bring him down, but not quite nearly enough to KO. I'm going to leave him with a tiny little nub, which stinks, but he decides to go for the Psyshock. I really don't know why he didn't go for Scald, because you're hitting Yanmega, and it's much better physical defense, which means I'm going to be able to take this of about half, which is great. And unless he wants to switch in something else, I mean, he's going to get smacked. So now here, I don't understand why he brought out his Needle King, and because this is a Specs Tinted Lens Yanmega, which means Yanmega doesn't give two fucks about the resistance. Not at all. Not at all. Look how much this Bug Buzz does. It counts as a neutral hit, so boom, it brings into the red right away, which is amazing. So, second Bug Buzz, I figure since I'm timid, I can easily outspeed him. So that's exactly what I decided to do, and down goes the Needle King. So that's fantastic, a huge special threat out of the way. But now it's going to bring out the Honchkrow. Now, I could have stacked Yanmega at this point because I kind of predicted him to go for something other than Sucker Punch. But I was like, whatever, bring up Cobalion because I can take any one hit. And he goes for Substitute, which sucks. I could have just O-coded flat out with Bug Buzz, but whatever. And now I figure since he can't do too much to me, I'm just going to go for the Stealth Rocks here. That way, if he does ever switch out, I can easily, take advantage of those, him taking residual damage nonstop. And as he goes for a super powerful Stab Braybird, I love Honchkrow. It's going to do a crap ton. I shouldn't expect it to do this much. And this is probably because I'm more HP and speed invested as opposed to this regular defense. So that kind of stinks, but you know what, whatever. And but I can take advantage of this since I'll take nothing from a Sucker Punch. I can just go for the Volt Switch next turn, break his Substitute, and bring in something else that they can Braybird, which really isn't much, to be honest. I don't have much to take on Honchkrow. Now, I didn't want to bring out my Zapdos for the resistance just because Zapdos is a pretty, it's pretty much the glue to this team. So I decided, why not, just bring out Blastoise and take a Braybird, even though it's probably not in my best interests. But hey, he has no Stealth Rock, so Blastoise really isn't too useful, I guess. So I can just take a hit and go from there. I mean, I can take one. I take it a little bit worse than Cobalion, but not by much, which is pretty impressive, I must say. But, yeah, then again, it's not as impressive just because this Blastoise actually is defensively invested and Cobalion really wasn't. So, yeah, whatever. But here, I predicted the Roost, which was a great play on my part because I'm not going to go for the Scald, and I didn't want to go for the Scald anyway because I'm not in Torrent range, and I didn't think it would kill after he roosted anyway. I decided to go for the Roar, which is fantastic because now he can't do anything. He has to take Stealth Rock damage next turn, and that's just all fine and dandy. Now, out comes a humongous threat. I did not realize how big of a threat this thing was until I actually saw it, and that's this Porygon Z. And unfortunately for me, he gets the download boost. And this thing can now rampage from me semi-easily just because of the fact he's probably scarfed, and he's got a stab Tri Attack, and that's going to kill my Blastoise. I didn't want anything that else to take a hit at this point. And the only thing that I have to take a hit, really, and dish out some excellent damage back is my Snorlax. And in the same time, I can hopefully go for the paralysis chance of Body Slam. So now, this Snorlax does have special defensive investment, but not a lot. It's more, I think it's got max attack and then some EVs in the special defense. I mean, look how much this does. Holy crap. But I'm going to go for the stab Body Slam, and it's going to do a pretty hefty chunk, but unfortunately for me, I do not get the paralysis, which sucks, which means he's just going to be able to take me out next turn, which, you know, again, really stinks. I don't have anything to really check his Chandelure anymore, but the icing on this is the fact that my Zapdos is actually a special defensive set, which ends up really, really, really saving my ass in this battle, I must say, because special defensive Zapdos is a monster. There's just no denying it. I mean, here he thinks, you know, it's a Zapdos, he can just kill it off with a Tri Attack. And to be honest, I don't know if offensive Zapdos gets OHKO'd by like a modest +1 Tri Attack. I don't know to be exact, but considering how much it did to a specially defensive Zapdos, I think it might. So yeah, I mean, luckily it doesn't kill. This about 75%. I'm going to be able to finish him off with a Discharge, and that's fantastic. So Zapdos, proving how much of an incredible Pokemon it really is. I've always wanted to try out a defensive Zapdos, and this is my first time trying it out, and it's definitely proving to be awesome. But now, how comes the Honchkrow? The Sucker Punch is way too obvious, so I'm going to go for the Roost, because, you know what, I don't want my Zapdos to die. It checks his Honchkrow, it checks his Chandelure to an extent, so it can take any one hit from it. So, just going to go for that Roost, which is absolutely wonderful, because now I probably won't die from a Sucker Punch, which is great. Now, I really don't know what he was doing. I don't know why he didn't go for a Sucker Punch again, but he doesn't. I'm just able to go for a Discharge and kill him. So, yeah, I just don't know. But hey, whatever. It's good, I guess. Yeah, he might have gone for a sub or maybe even the Roost that turn, but I didn't need a Roost again. But I had no point to really Roost again. So, yeah, that's a thing. But anyway, out comes the Heracross. I was scared to death that this thing was scarfed. I really did. I was scared. And so I switched out just to be safe. I knew Chandelure was scarfed, and Porygon Z actually might have been scarfed too, but I really don't know. Anyway, the Stone Edge is obvious, so I'm going to go into my Cobalion just to take it. Unfortunately, he misses, but it doesn't really matter since it would have done nothing anyway. So, knowing he really can't do anything, I know he's going to switch out. So this is my perfect opportunity to just go for the Volt Switch. And out comes the Chandelure. And yeah, it's just going to take some Stealth Rock's damage. And of course, I don't have any special attack investments, so Volt Switch isn't going to do anything, but that's not the point of Volt Switch anyway. It's to scout switches and stuff. So, I'm going to go for Volt Switch. I'm going to do a minimal amount, but hey, whatever. We can now do a range where we really can't afford to switch out again. And I'm just going to go back into my Zapdos because, like, as I said, I can take any one hit from this thing. So, yeah, that's the thing. Going to go for the Discharge after, get my leftovers and all that fun stuff. But, of course, he's going to attack first. Going to go for that Stab Fire Blast, which is fantastic. I just don't know I don't know if he's modest or timid. I really can't tell by the calc. I can't do calcs in my head to save my life. But it doesn't even do half. That's a Chandelure with 145 special attack. Base 145, I should say. And that doesn't even do half to a Zapdos, which is crazy. Zapdos, you're a man. Anyway, I'm going to take him out of a Discharge. And, yeah, the Heracross is a humongous threat. And I don't have any speed investment in this phase, so he's going to outspeed me regardless. But I figure he's going to overprotect him to protect me to go into my Cobalion. So I'm going to stay at it, and he goes for the close combat, and I'm like, yes, it's game over. But this close combat does way too much, and he tells me he's banned, and I'm like, oh, well, that's great. So, and I still have my Victini in the wings, so I could have easily brought that in, but, you know what, whatever. Zapdos lives a banned close combat from a Heracross and is able to take it out of a Heat Wave, which is just wonderful. Zapdos, you are a man. Oh, my goodness. And his last Pokemon is going to be that Slowbro, which is going to be easily taken out with a Stab Discharge. I don't know why I emphasize Stab so much, but I do. It's so useful. But, yeah, guys, that will be the game. I think it was a 4-0, but hey, it was fun. And I got to show off special defensive Zapdos. So, hey, a win-win for me. And that was also get a useless crit, too. But, yeah, That's cool. I think my other one that said it's HP Grass, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, that was the game. Good game, my friend. I can't remember if he has a channel or not. I think it's... I don't know what his YouTube channel is. I might leave it in the description if I can find it. But yeah, because I haven't played him in a while. But yeah, that was the game. Hope you guys enjoyed. 2 battles in 1 week. Not bad. And yeah, I'm going to give this a wrap. So, rate, comment, sub, and later, guys.